Stefanos Tsitsipas was living the fairy tale life, winning tournaments back-to-back and finding the love of his life until it all changed upside down. Here's the less-known truth about the struggling tennis player. We'll start by examining his on-court performance before delving into his turbulent personal life, which may potentially be the subject of a reality TV series. Don't lie, you'll watch it all. The year began extremely well for Steph. It was expected that he would lose in straight sets to Novak Djokovic in the Australian Open final, but Steph actually played really well throughout the competition, turning in an especially strong showing against Karen Khachanov in the semifinals. However, Steph's performance in the final was uncharacteristically poor, as he was unable to control any rallies. Though he did force the Serbian into 2 tiebreaks, he then had some disappointing results, losing to 2 players he actually defeated in Melbourne, Sinner and Khachanov in Rotterdam and Miami respectively. He then lost a 2-set match to Fritz in the Monte Carlo quarterfinals. He advanced to Barcelona finally in April but lost to Alcaraz. Medvedev also lost in the Madrid quarterfinal against Jean-Leonard Struff and lost in the Rome semifinal against the eventual winner Daniil. Despite his defeat to Alcaraz on clay, Medvedev chose to become a clay specialist for that one tournament, although the Struff result was concerning. So, going into Roland Garros, he was in decent form. He hasn't won any titles yet, but he has won a lot of matches. He was in a fantastic position after winning 3 sets, but he faced Alcaraz on a mission when the Spanish player was completely unplayable in the first 2 sets, despite playing with such incredible intensity. Even though Steph battled back to force a tiebreaker in the 3rd set, Carlos was just too powerful for him. After that, he had a decent Wimbledon campaign, winning 3 games before falling to Chris Eubank a few weeks later. Steph's only championship of the year came from winning the 250 and Los Cabos. Things started to look up when he brought back Mark Philippoussis, his father Apostolos' replacement. It looked like the ideal chance for Steph to develop as a player, which didn't happen until the most recent Vienna tournament when he hadn't won back-to-back tennis matches, and Philippoussis had already departed his coaching staff with Apostolos firmly back. Do you believe that Philippoussis had a negative influence? We know that 2023 hasn't been the best year for Steph, slipping from 3rd to 6th, but there are a variety of reasons why this has happened. At the Rolex Paris Masters, with Apostolos firmly in his box, Steph showed real signs of improvement. He made it to the semifinals, picking up wins against Alexander Zverev and Karen Khachanov along the way, ensuring his qualification for the ATP Finals in Turin. His loss came from an inspired and informed Grigor Dimitrov and one of the very few active players who beat all the big 3. Then we have his ATP final appearance. This right here on the screen pretty much sums it up. We'll be examining a few of these points and offering our expert opinion on their validity or otherwise. Alright, we're joking, but let's begin with the most evident tennis problem, his backhand troubles. As many have pointed out, Steph's backhand is too weak for him to compete at the highest level. Although it can occasionally look very beautiful, his inability to slice makes it easier for opponents to take advantage of him. He also frequently prefers a less reliable top spin over a useful slice. The hard reality is that a backhand played with one hand is simply not as reliable as one played with 2. This is particularly an issue in the current tennis area, where intense baseline rallies are preferred. The biggest issue with Steph's game is that it is so easy to exploit, both when charging the net and serving. We're not sure if we have ever seen Steph win a point when he was attacked with his backhand with a good net approach in 2023. His return win percentage of 20% puts him outside the top 30, which is far from good enough for the world's 6th ranked player. But on the other hand, he has been the best server on tour in 2023, leading the tour in games won on serve, 88.56% to be exact, just in front of Novak Djokovic. Only Hubert Hurkacz has participated in more tiebreaks in 2023, however his win rate is very low. In 2023 he placed 61st for tiebreak win rate. This is a very poor statistic for the Greek, made worse by the large number of tiebreaks he actually participates in, thanks to his massive serve and brilliant forehand. Winning his service games and losing his return games frequently result in tiebreaks. Even the greatest tennis players in the world couldn't match Tsitsipas on his day, but because of this major flaw, other players can easily outplay him without even having to play exceptionally well. He needs to find a way around this issue. We're not sure about you, but every time we see him set up a backhand, we practically win. The longer the point goes on, the more likely it is that the Greek will be able to play on his forehand in Paris. His backhand wasn't the best it's been in a long time, and the result that followed didn't make it a very effective weapon, but it was consistent. We feel really bad for any Steph friends out there. We believe the best course of action would be to improve his backhand slice, helping him defensively and cutting down on unforced errors on that side. Steph is a very different player with a reliable backhand. Sadly, in order for him to really develop with Steph speak, he must remove his parents from his coaching staff. We should also discuss his parents, Julia and Apostolos, who are quite overbearing and have created some noticeable moments on the tennis field. He hit balls in their direction, urged them to leave, and even came dangerously close to attacking his dad with a tennis racket before his mother reprimanded him. To be honest, if our parents were irritating us, we would have performed far worse in his situation. Even more worrying, watch this clip after Steph had spoken about boundaries being important in regards to parents, where his mother infiltrates the journalists.
Actually, you're a journalist, right? Yeah, true. Verified.
My question is, are you really aware of the number of the great tennis players that were helped and followed by the parents on the tour?
Yeah.
Are you?
Mostly,
Some names.
mostly females, I know.
Say that?
Yeah, males not that many. Right now, there are not many players that are full, except Alexander Zverev.
You know that Marat Safin was also coached.
Was he? Okay, okay. So that's we have it verified.
Actually, Andrei Rublev was also coached with his mother a lot.
Not now, not anymore.
Now and what? Now. It's always
That's-
there, you know.
It's always there. Okay. I want to know male players that with Grand Slam titles, top 5.
Maybe you can be the first one.
Okay.
But the way things are going now is hurting them more. It should not be Steph who breaks up with his parents. We believe they should take a step back, examining themselves in the mirror, decide that they're overly involved, and quit being so controlling. Steph's poor performance recently began after he fired his dad as coach and hired a new one. It's a complicated situation with no simple answers, and the only real way to move forward is for his parents to realize that they need to let go of him a little bit. They should still accompany him on his travels, support him, and perhaps even offer some advice and assistance. Steph is not the guy with a strong mentality, but his mentality is vastly improving, and he has the ability and strength to win multiple Grand Slams. He is maturing, and that is evident from his press conferences. Let's hope that he overcomes the problems with his performance and personal life. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, then don't forget to hit that like button below. And if you want to stay updated with more great content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the red button and just ringing that notification bell so you never miss any future content from us. Your support means the world.